Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about the uses of present perfect tense. Do you face a lot of challenges or difficulty in understanding present perfect? You do not know when to use present perfect tense or when to use simple past? Well, I'm here to help you out. It's completely relatable. Even when I was a student, I faced similar kind of difficulties and challenges. They caused me a lot of headaches. But then thankfully, I had my English teacher who guided me and motivated me to learn further and perfect in my area of study. Now, there are a few reasons as to why you are facing difficulty in understanding present perfect tense. I'll tell you. Maybe because of those nasty irregular verbs uh, which use past participle form. Well, you must be wondering, what is she talking about? Past participle, regular verbs, irregular verbs. I can understand they cause you a lot of headache. But I'm going to help you today in understanding the whole concept of present perfect. Let's look at the grammatical structure. How does it look like? We have the subject first, followed by has/have, followed by the main verb in the past participle form. You will have to remember this. For example, if I say, I have written a letter before. I is the subject, have is the auxiliary verb, followed by the main verb written, which is in the past participle form. Now, as far as regular verbs are concerned, it doesn't cause much concern or trouble to the students. But as far as irregular verbs are concerned, it causes a lot of headache. Now, why is that so? Supposedly, take a regular verb, watch. When it changes to simple past, it becomes watched. And when we use it in the past participle form, it remains the same, watched. Isn't it simple? But these irregular verbs are so difficult to understand and memorize, isn't it? Supposedly, let's take a verb, go. In simple past, it changes to went, and in past participle, it changes to gone. Go, went, gone. Write, wrote, written. Ring, rang, rung. And the list is never ending. So you'll have to learn the list of the irregular verbs in order to use the past participle form. You have to use the past participle when you are using present perfect tense. Now, coming to the usage, I always motivate my students not only to rely on the grammatical structure. I understand the technicality of it is important. You need to understand the technical aspect of it. At the same time, something which is of equal importance, which is often overlooked, is its usage, function. When exactly to use a particular type of tense is often confusing. So that is what I'm going to talk about today. Now, basically, when we are using present perfect tense, what does it mean? When do we use it? When an action happened in the past, when something started in the past and continues in the present. For example, something that connects, a connection which is formed between the past and the present. Uh, If I have to put it in more simple words, maybe a bridge that connects the two, the past and the present. So something that happened in the past and continues in the present, we use present perfect tense for that, right? Now, a question often arises in the students' minds that Then what is the difference between simple past and present perfect? I always motivate my students to compare and learn the various tenses. In that way, they'll be able to identify and use it more appropriately. Now, as far as simple past is concerned, when do we use it? We use it when the time period is finished. For example, if I say last week, yesterday, the previous week, they are all finished period of time. Okay? But when I say this week, it is unfinished. Why? Because more of this week is yet to come. It is not finished yet. It is not over yet. So we use present perfect for that. For example, in simple past, supposedly let's take an example. I visited my brother the last week. So I have already visited my brother and it's a finished period of time. Supposedly we take present perfect here. We are talking about unfinished time. Example would be, I have visited my brother this week. So it's unfinished. Why? Because the week is not finished yet and I may meet my brother again sometime before the week ends. So we use present perfect when the time period is unfinished. We use simple past when the time period is finished. Another tip is to remember that whenever we are talking about a specific time, we use simple past. And when the time period is not specified, we use present perfect. For example, when I say, I visited Goa in 2005. Don't know when will I get to travel again. Well, coming back to the context. So when we are using simple past, what do we say? We always specify the time. I visited Goa in 2005. So you question yourself, when did I exactly visit Goa? You get an answer, isn't it? A specific time period. A year is mentioned. It's 2005. But when I say, I have visited Goa several times before. So you question, when did I visit Goa? You don't get a specific or a particular time period. It's before. So we are using present perfect. So the most important area of study in these two kinds of tenses would be to focus on the time. The time period is very important. When we are talking about finished time period and specific time period, we are using simple past, and when we are using unfinished time period and unspecified time period, we use present perfect. You need to practice more in order to understand the nuances of English language. I know tenses is one of the most complicated areas of study as far as grammar is concerned, but you need to practice more, you need to solve more exercises, and you can always get back to me if you have any doubt or query. So I end my video here. I hope this video was of some help to you. If you liked the video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get further notifications, right? Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.